embark on this new learning process, I want to offer you some encouragement. I have a confession to tell you. I was just like you. I started out married relatively young, in my early 20s, and I married a man that I thought was meant to be my husband. We lived together before getting married. We had fun together, living was easy, and since we did have so much fun, marriage seemed to be the next step. But when faced with important decisions as a couple, the differences in our values and goals became more obvious, and our communication styles became a barrier between us. When we would fight, it was a disaster. I didn't know how to effectively communicate, and neither did he. So after 7 years, we called it quits. People were shocked. Now, single, I was happy and thought I had learned my lessons and was ready to go back into the dating life with a positive attitude. Guess what? The lessons I learned did not stop me from making a tragic choice with my next partner. This relationship was a disaster. We were a mismatch from the start, but because he said he loved me, I kept trying to make it work. I had this thought at the time that no one is perfect, and I had been accused by my friends that I was too picky. So when he asked me to marry him, I thought we could work it all out. When I look back on it, we had this one special bond, but I have to tell you that one great bond clouded my judgment. And I kept trying and trying because I did not want to fail. If I knew then what I know now about compatibility, I would have run. Because just like a lot of women, we fall in love with one or two charming aspects of a man, then ignore all the warning signs. Unfortunately, that relationship ended in such pain, I vowed never to date again. So after a painful untangling of finances, home, and possessions, I moved on. But now I had a chip on my shoulder. I was sending out, "Don't mess with me" radar. I didn't care if a man approached me, this shop was closed for business. So fast forward, the next relationship started because I didn't give a whit, and this guy at work was attracted to me and loved my "I'm not looking for love" attitude. I even told him he was barking up the wrong tree. I was impervious to his charms. I was not interested in dating or a relationship. So without going into all the details, what I wanted to share is that this relationship started because of a false feeling of love. Sometimes when you're having great fun, your dopamine levels are high and you mistakenly think you are in love. That is what happened to both of us. Now, if you have ever been in a relationship where you fell madly in love, but then years later you discover you really have nothing in common, it probably was dopamine love. I call it dopey love because your judgment just goes out the window as you feel the euphoria of love. It's not real love, it's just a drug in your brain that feels so good you mistake it for love. The unfortunate cost of dopamine-addicted love is that it takes a long time to recover from it. It leaves you shattered and not trusting yourself. The best defense for false love is to have a firm grasp on what you're looking for in a mate and refer to it like it's your soulmate selection Bible. If you have a list now and you still are choosing guys who break your heart or who are not compatible, then you need a new list. Don't worry, that's all part of the plan of what we teach you here at Soulmate Plan. Are you ready? Because love is closer than you think.